Hey Bob, how you doing? This is a good ad, good looking ad, and it's a functional ad. So I'm really pleased to see this. You're showing outstanding proficiency in a couple of areas. The background image is clean and crisp, and you talked about that a little bit in your writing and resolution and the quality of the image. And of course, it all starts with the quality of the image, right? I think that that's obvious by now to everyone in the class. So I was quite pleased to see this wonderful background image. And I think one of the obvious things that's missing from this ad is the masked image from assignment 2-1, and that's required to be in this assignment. So we're going to have to get that in here somewhere. That masked image, we got to get that in. It's required. So let's go ahead and think about where you're going to place that for your final submission for the ad campaign. The type looks good. I mean, the animations look great. I think that's fantastic. Now, one of the things that you said, and this is good paragraph right here. It really shows that you're understanding what's happening under the hood, so to speak, and that's great. I was really pleased to read up on your experience with the assignment. Then in the second paragraph, I just kind of want to address the last sentence. If you check my feedback, it says it was suggested in my feedback to add some kind of contact information. Then you say such as a location or a phone number, but check that because it was that you include the location and just the geographic location, not all the contact information. So my recommendation was to include the fact that this resort is located on, believe it's St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. And that's important. I think that's important because there's a big difference between, planning and, planning stages and even considering a resort stay in the Virgin Islands as opposed to, let's say, South Carolina or something like that. So I think that's a really important consideration. Now, you don't have to use the phone number in a web banner, of course, because, the viewer knows that if they're on a web page and they see this banner, they know that if they hover over the banner, it's going to turn into the banner plays the role of a link, and the link goes straight to the client's website. I think everybody who views the web understands that. Therefore, you don't have to include the entire contact information or the phone number or even the URL. What I'm saying is just for to complete the information here, it's a good idea to let the viewer know the geographic location. That's as simple as coming right down here and saying located in beautiful U.S. Virgin Islands, or just even saying, St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. That's it. Okay, one of the things I think that I would recommend other than what I've said so far is to align this. You can move this over a little bit. Regatta entrance might be a little large. Remember, this is a headline and this is a subhead. Come Stay With Us is a subhead. So 2019 Regatta entrance, headline Arial bold. Come Stay With Us, subhead Arial bold italic. Okay, and then entrance save, that's Arial regular because that's basic body copy, right? So what I would recommend is to change that and take that 2019, reduce the fonts, the type size just a little bit, bring it over to right where that C starts, so that we have a nice left margin there. Left align the headline, the subhead, and the call to action. Then down here, follow that same line and just locate it in U.S. Virgin Islands. Or just say, St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. Then you have this beautiful logo over here. Now, one of the things I'm looking at the logo is the logo, boy, it could be accused of being a little bit difficult to read. So for that reason, I recommend using that beautiful purple logo. And that's gonna, that's got a purple background, so you don't have to worry about the image kind of seeping through, where we get some kind of weird behavior right around through here that's kind of impeding the readability of that logo. So that's another recommendation. All right, so other than that, fantastic start. I'd like to see those changes. I think they're really gonna add a lot of harmony and it's going to improve the page mechanics of the banner ad itself. Plus, it's going to suffice those missing those missing requirements of the masked image from 2-1, as well as trying to get that location in there somewhere. All right, Bob, good job, fantastic job. If you have any questions, please let me know. But as I said, I'd like to see you try to work those changes in for your final submission, which is coming up this week. I mean, we're wrapping it up here very quickly. So any questions, comments, concerns, please let me know. Thanks, Bob.